What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be doing the AFC South record predictions, guys. And before I get into this video, I really do apologize for not uploading for like more than over 3 weeks. It's been a rough time over here, and I know I've said that like almost every time, but it really has been, guys. This time it's really been, and I've also prepared videos, guys, for you guys coming in the future. So I do apologize though. I will be getting back into the grooves of things. But guys, enough yapping about that. Let's get straight into this. that was a that was a crazy intro. But yeah. So, for this video, I'm going to be reviewing the AFC South NFL teams schedules. Going to be looking at them, going to be predicting their floor, ceiling, and official record. Floor meaning how bad I think this team's expectations could go if things went bad. How and then the ceiling meaning how high expectations could be if things went right. You know? And then my official record prediction will be just the record that I predict this team going for the 2025-2026 NFL season. The trip to Super Bowl 56, or not Super Bowl 56. Oh no, Super Bowl 60. Holy crap! My bad, guys. I'm kind of recording this at 5 a.m. because I haven't had any time during the day to do it. But guys, yes, that's how this is gonna go. So let's get into it. Starting with the Jaguars, guys. The Jaguars are an interesting team. They got Liam Cohen as the head coach. They got Travis Hunter in the draft, and looking at their schedule, it's not that bad. Honestly, the Jaguars' schedule is not bad at all. And honestly, I'm more worried about the first half of their schedule than their second half, even though they have less games. But I mean, they got more tough opponents. Like, they could sweep the Titans, they could sweep the Colts. The Broncos are going to be a little bit better. The Jets are not really going to be that good this year. The Raiders ain't that good. I mean, yeah, they improved a little bit. The Chargers, I think they can compete with the Chargers. So is the Cardinals. Texans are only like really tough team. They're gonna fight after the bye week. But the first half of their schedule, they got to play the Bengals, Rams. They got to play the Texans anyways. The Chiefs, the Niners. I mean, who knows how the Niners are gonna do this year? Seattle, I don't know about Seattle. And Carolina, I think is gonna be a little bit better. But guys, for my floor prediction of this Jaguars team going into the 2025 season. My floor, if everything really went wrong for Jacksonville, I could see their floor going 4-13. I mean, that's just how bad. I mean, they're honestly not in a tough division, but they're also in a division where other teams could compete with them, as the Colts could. I really think the Colts and Jaguars are similar teams. They're just trying to find their footing again after after having it a season ago. They're very similar teams here, but different aspects. And Jacksonville's floor, I have them at 4-13. Now, their ceiling, looking at the schedule, if everything really went right, I could see Jacksonville's schedule being at like 11-6. I have Jacksonville Jaguars ceiling at 11-6. And that would have to be everything going right for them this going into the season. Because there's a lot of things that are still need to be addressing. You know, Trevor Lawrence has to stay healthy for once. Their run game has to bounce back because their run game was really bad last year because of Travis Etienne kind of selling. But yeah, and a lot's gonna depend on the coaching too. A lot's gonna depend on Travis Hunter, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this Jaguars team is. But for my official record prediction on the Jaguars. I have their record at 8-9 in the division. I got the record at 8-9. And this is why. They're kind of in between for me. Because, honestly, I think the Colts might knock one off of them. I think, maybe Tennessee does something. Never mind. Maybe not Tennessee. I think the Rams are going to be too much. They might get swept by the Texans. The Bengals are going to be too much. The Chiefs are going to be too much. Chargers, Cardinals, who knows? And then the rest of I just don't know. So I think the Jaguars are coming in at 8-9 for me. Just because there's a lot of changes that have been made this offseason, but there's also some like things that I could see going right for them, just because their schedule's really not that tough. But still, I think they're in a very weak division too. So this could, like I said, the ceiling could either really, 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 really be high to like 11-6 record, or it could be like a 14 or not 14-3, 4-13 record. So who knows? But that's my official prediction for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have them at an 8-9 record. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts record, guys, and this Colts team is very interesting going into the offseason because the only question for me with the Colts is, the receivers, Josh Downs, they got Alec Pierce, they got Michael Pittman, they just got Tyler Warren in the draft, and I think the Colts could really, really make some noise. But the biggest question for me is that defense. One of or well, not the defense, but Anthony Richardson, honestly. The number one and number two questions for me. Number two being the defense. I don't know how that defense is going to interact this year. It's going to be interesting to see the Colts defense now that it's a little changed over the offseason. And Anthony Richardson in general, he's had 2 years to prove himself. He hasn't really proved himself just quite yet. Yeah, we know he could deep throw the ball, and that's about it. He can't even throw a pass that's like 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So no disrespect toward him, but I mean that's the truth. And looking at the schedule, it's not that bad. It's similar to Jaguars' schedule, honestly. And I mean there's a lot of winnable games here. Like the Titans, I think they can clash with the Titans, but I also see them splitting with the Titans as they usually do. They get the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins are going to be as good as they were before. So I think they could honestly knock the Dolphins off of one. They got the Chargers, they have the Falcons, they got the Chiefs, tough game there. Honestly, they don't really have a tough schedule, but it comes down to Anthony Richardson and how he's going to perform on the field with the Colts. That's my biggest question. So for my floor, I have the Colts at a 4-13 record. I have the Colts at a floor of 13 or not, yeah, 4-13 record. Because if everything went wrong, I could see them being that low. But they have a lot of good players now too. They have Michael Pittman, they have Jonathan Taylor, they got who's that offensive lineman? They have that one defensive player too. My bad. The only positions I really pay attention to are the offensive positions, not including offensive line. So my apologies if I don't remember people's names. Like I said, you guys probably know who I'm talking about. Shout out to whoever I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all would know. But yeah, but like it's like I don't know. And their ceiling for me, if Anthony Richardson really is the guy, looking at the schedule, it is such an easy schedule. I have their ceiling at 10-7, honestly. I just I don't know how I just don't know how about Anthony Richardson. That's the biggest question. If he gets hurt again, I mean, this is kind of a make or break season for Anthony Richardson. If he doesn't make this season worth him, the Colts are going to be cooked. But this is what I think here. For my official record for the Colts fans, know y'all going to be upset about this one, but unfortunately, I think Anthony Richardson had long enough to prove that he is the guy. He has not done that. So unfortunately, this is the year I think they go 6-11. I have the Colts official record at 6-11, and hear me out. This is why. It's just I don't know about the Colts. The Colts have been such a weird team over the past years because they've had Carson Wentz, they've had Joe Flacco, they've had or not Joe Flacco, but what's his name? They've had Gardner Minshew. They've won 10-9 games with all those quarterbacks. Mostly like 9-8, missing the playoffs. Like the Colts have just been a weird team. They had that one season where they had a losing record. I just don't know. The Colts, again, I don't know what it is with the Colts, but I think a 6-11 record's gonna work here. And I mean, yeah, they get a couple tough games on here. I'm gonna be honest, but also I have no idea, man. I just got the Colts at 6-11 because I feel like that's gonna suit them. Because we haven't seen. I mean, yeah, Anthony Richardson has had some good flashes, but he's also had some bad flashes, and he's continuously had bad flashes, and has just never picked up consistency. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is the year they go like 10-7 or something. Like I said, it could. I mean, it's either a make or break. But I feel like this is unfortunately the break for Anthony Richardson. So I'm really sorry, Indianapolis Colts fans, seeing this. You guys are probably disgusted with me. But listen, hear me out. 6-11 is what I think it's gonna be. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans schedule, and oh boy, the Titans. Let's talk about these motherfuckers for a minute. The Titans. They have drafted Cam Ward as their quarterback. He's definitely going to be There's a guaranteed he's going to be starting now that after Will Levis kind of had a crazy shoulder injury over the offseason with some other crazy allegations going on with him, but we're not even going to talk about that. But yeah, we're going to skip over that now. Yeah, the Titans, Cam Ward said it himself, they're very mid right now. But he's acting like a veteran, but I like that energy. I like that he's acting like a veteran, but my thing with the Titans is he's a rookie. They don't really got many receivers, let's be honest. The only Calvin Ridley. Even with him, I still don't think Calvin Ridley and his connection is gonna do too much to anybody. Let's be for real. Tyler Lockett's old. Westbrook Akine, he does his thing every once in a while. Chikonko's okay. And Tony Pollard, I don't know about him this season. I just the Tennessee Titans, they're in kind of rebuild mode here, obviously. They have a rookie quarterback. Not many expectations for them going into this season. Except maybe getting a couple dubs and just letting Cam Ward do his thing on the field. They're in a little bit of a tricky division as they got the Jaguars and the Texans in the division. Those are the main threats there. Even the Colts, you can count them as there. But I mean, yeah, they're in a little bit of a tough spot just because of the lack of offensive players they really have. Which, don't get me wrong, I think Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Tony Pollard are all solid and all, but they're Calvin Ridley and they're all aging though. They're all that whole offense right there is just aging. Let's be so for real. That whole offense they have over there is aging, and they have a rookie quarterback. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a sloppy season for the Tennessee Titans, man. But hear me out. For their floor, I have their floor at 2-15. I don't think anybody's really expecting the Titans to do much this season. I do think they could pull off some upsets, maybe. Maybe things will start looking good because I mean, yeah, they do got veterans. That's the true part, but the veterans haven't. I mean, Tyler Lockett has been really quiet ever since last season, and no one's really talked about him. Westbrook Akine is only good for like a couple circumstances. He's not going to be a true wide receiver 1, 2. Calvin Ridley, yeah, he's solid. Tony Pollard, we've seen only so many highlights, you know. So that's how I think. I think their floor, if everything really was terrible, I think their floor could be 2-15. But there's for the ceiling of the Tennessee Titans, I have their ceiling at 7-10. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna get far this season. You know, like I said, rookie quarterback. But if they do, I think there's a couple games on this schedule that they could win. Like the Saints, the Browns, you know, they could maybe get one off the Colts, maybe one off the Jaguars. They get the Patriots as well. So their schedule's also not too terrible. Maybe the Raiders, maybe the Niners, possibly. Who knows? But yeah, that's how I see things. And my official record for the Tennessee Titans is 4-13. I think they're gonna come last in the division this year, just because of, you know, rookie quarterback. We don't know how Cam Ward's gonna look. And, you know, the veteran wide receivers, veteran running back, veteran offense, pretty much. And that's just how I see things. This could go either way, honestly. I mean, heck, they might even go. I just don't see a playoff push this year. I don't think anybody's expecting them to do much. So my floor for them is 2-15. My ceiling is 7-10. Unfortunately, not even a winning record. So yeah, Tennessee. I have y'all at 4-13. Maybe next season. Maybe we'll just see. I do think Cam Ward's gonna make a lot of things different. I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun to watch him, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes this season. Moving on to the Houston Texans. And here we are with the Houston Texans schedule here. Looking at their schedule, come on now. They got the Rams. I mean, honestly, the Houston Texans schedule is a little bit tough. I mean, they got the Bills, they got the Ravens, you got the Chiefs, you got the Chargers. I mean, yeah, they got their division rivals. Maybe the Jags can get one off of them. Maybe the Colts can get one off of them. They also have the Rams, but they also have some like easy games like the Raiders. Maybe the Cardinals would be a little bit simple for them. And obviously they got Tennessee. Denver's kind of a tricky team this year. So we'll see how Denver shakes. Seattle, Tampa Bay is gonna be tough. So yeah, Texans. I mean, they lost Stephon Diggs. Not too bad. But the problem with the thing about the Texans for me this year is that Tank Dell got hurt again last year, and it's gonna be really hard for him to recover fully from what happened last year. I honestly forgot what happened to him last year, but I know it was something bad because he had to like leave for the whole game, and he had to do surgery and stuff like that on, I think it was like what was it, like a leg injury, maybe head injury. It's one of those two, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. It's been a while, man. You gotta give me that. But for the Texans here, not too terrible. I think they could compete with anybody on the schedule. Honestly, the Texans are one of them teams that I'm like, okay, well, they can compete with anybody. CJ Stroud, he's solid. As long as Nico Collins, I mean, the big thing with the Texans this year is if everybody could stay healthy at once now. They did bring in Christian Kirk as well. Their defense is still going to be pretty solid. Their offensive line, I feel like, got a little bit more better. And, yeah, the Texans, nothing really changed. Stephon Diggs is a veteran, but Christian Kirk's solid too. So, I mean, not really much changed with the offense. It's just lack of healthiness. If they can stay healthy, then they'll be fine. But yeah, looking at the schedule, not too terrible, but I don't see them making a crazy like 13-4 push that people have been saying. But yeah, who knows though. But for their floor, honestly, if everything really had to go wrong, I have the Texans floor at like 8-9. I don't think they'd make it to that floor though, because they would miss the playoffs, obviously. And I mean, I could see them going 8-9, honestly, too, at the same time. But I just don't see it fully. And for my ceiling, I had the Texans at 13-4. If everything really, well, actually, no, I got them at 12-5 for their ceiling. So that's it. Everything really went right for them. Which honestly, I think it will. I don't think there's nothing crazy with the Texans. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, they're going to have a little bit of a down year. I could see that too. But my official record for the Texans is 11-6. I got them at 11-6 record. There's not many teams I could see them losing to on this schedule. I do think maybe the Colts get one off of them. Maybe the Jags get one off of them. Maybe the Rams bring some troubles. I don't know. It's just like their schedule's not too hard either to me. It's just like it's kind of like Jacksonville Colts and Tennessee's schedule, It's kind of like their schedules, except you're like throwing in a mix of the Bills and Ravens, which I think they compete with too. So, not too much there. But I do have that is my official record for the Texans though, and that's the official record for everybody else as well. So if my record predictions come out for the AFC South, in fourth place, we'll have the Tennessee Titans at 4-13. Third place, we'll have the Colts at 6-11. Second place, we'll have the Jaguars at 8-9. And in first place, AFC South winners go to the Houston Texans at 11-6. And guys, that is the end of this video as well. So guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on that bell for all notifications. And yeah, guys, again, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. We're going to be getting back to that again, man. I got you guys some good content coming up. And yeah, that is the end of this video. Like I said, make sure y'all go subscribe, like the video. Also, make sure you guys go check out my shorts videos because I'm starting to make more of those as well. And make sure you guys go like up those as well. Comment, drop some comments down below. And yeah, that is the end of this video. Peace out, everybody.